If you believe in God, watch this message. June 22nd is more than simply a date. It is neither a coincidence nor a mark you happen to stumble across. Today is not like the others. It bears the seal of heaven, which is not only a simple drawing, but is imprinted with a heavenly intent. You are at the heart of something sacred that is taking place, while the rest of the world goes on in ignorance. This is a unique moment revealed to you, hidden to many, even though you may have thought today would be like any other. Heaven knew it would be different, because your name is inscribed on something that is, stirring something that is weighty with heavenly weight. Heaven has demanded notice, not with loud noises or fright, but with a profound and holy earnestness. Michael the archangel has not muttered. "Open it now," he said authoritatively. There's no more time to put things off. You've put things off before. You've already asked a question. You've questioned, paused, and ignored indications that were intended for you. Not this time, however. The skies are making sure you don't miss it. It's time. Now's not the time for uncertainty or doubt. The time for release is now. A release that has been held in reserve, awaiting your readiness, which you have finally achieved. If you are ready to embrace God's love, type 111 and share this video. This isn't your typical message. You shouldn't look at it in between other things. Wrapped in holy fire, this heavenly communication is intended to penetrate deeper than the surface of your mind. It is revered, it's real. It's only for you. You have been silent. You've shown patience despite your inability to see. You have marched with faith. Heaven now answers, and it reacts with action rather than just consolation. The spiritual world is shaky. It comes from the enormity of what is about to enter your life, not from turmoil. Since he is aware that what you are about to get is not abstract, the adversary has started to fear. It is a miracle, not only encouragement or hope. A particular miracle, one that has been silently developing for a long time, one that will cause everything to come into harmony. You have prayed, grieved, and waited for it. The type you questioned if you would ever really get. And yet here it is, already in motion and closer than before. They have already sent the first indication. Someone has put a spiritual or physical message beneath your nose. They have prepared a message, a hint, an admission, a time reserved to guide you to the realization. Even if you haven't seen it yet, it's almost here, and it will provide clarity rather than uncertainty. When it manifests, it will resolve the issue. It will validate your long-held belief. However, in order for this to occur, you must refrain from your previous actions. You can't dismiss it. The adversary constantly whispers, Maybe this isn't for you to sow doubt, but you must not let him, because the doors start to shut the moment you even hear that lie. Not today, however. It's different nowadays. The date of June 22nd marks a turning point. It cannot be replicated, it cannot be transferred. I send my angel for that reason. This letter has reached you because of heaven's will, not an algorithm or a human. There's excellent news for you. It will come out of nowhere. It will leave a trail of happiness. It will declare, look, this is what I was doing all along, and bring your heart's fragments back together. Type 222 if you are ready for God's blessings to flow into your life. My child, walk boldly in faith and love with your super thanksgiving. Let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the super thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace now. And listen to this message further. I heard the prayer you buried behind the anguish. I've been carrying that dream in my hands, keeping it alive while you put it away, believing it had perished. I have much to say about the individual whose silence still haunts you. However, I won't give anything back to harm you. I'll only revisit what is therapeutic. That chapter, that possibility, that relationship, it won't return to harm. The restore will be restored. It's been a while, I know. I am aware that the waiting has tried your resolve to the limit. I understand that. When you stood there and watched doors open for others, it seemed like life was moving ahead for everyone else. However, what you saw as silence was truly a hallowed structure. I was keeping you from getting access too soon. In the hidden location, I was developing you into a person who could withstand what was ahead without being crushed by it. And you're ready now. Someone has been withholding a message. They've been intending to say these things. Emotions they've been hesitant to communicate. But the stillness is coming to an end. They won't be able to contain what they couldn't say before. For very long, it will be revealed via a letter, a discussion, or an unforeseen circumstance. At first you may not see it. The weight of it, however, will tell you that this is not your typical update. Rather, it is the truth that last coming out from behind a wall. They believed they had moved done. They made an effort, in fact. They told themselves they had. However, I prevented them from forgetting you. Because time, distance, or even their fear cannot undo what I ordered. Silence does not destroy divine connections. They never die in this connection. This one is coming back to you. Hear me out, though it won't return broken. It isn't poisonous, it isn't deceptive. This is total love in my image. Love was resurrected. Love that doesn't make you compromise, shrink, or beg. A sort of love that endures and continues to pick you, despite all of your imperfections. I'm giving you this love to reflect how I love you, fully, consciously, and forever. It's not meant to fill a gap. If you trust in God's grace, type 333 and forward this video to 7 others. A surprise is on the horizon. All of the seemingly random things are soon to make sense. The unanswered prayers, the delays, and the locked doors weren't rejections. The pauses were beautiful. At last you'll comprehend why things had to shatter. The reasons for their departure. Why did you have to stand by yourself? Because now you'll see what I was really planning. A long-term restoration rather than a band-aid solution. Better than you could have imagined. Something perfectly timed and constructed in heaven. It's also palpable, yes. I'm transmitting more than just internal information. It's more than simply mental tranquility or emotional relaxation with bodily weight. It's a miracle there is something you can call by name. Something you will go into and something you will hold. Rather unholy rather than fear. As a result of a prayer being answered, with tears in your eyes, you will declare only God could have done this, and you will be correct. It will enter your life and settle down next to you, as if it had always been there. They left a message. They have been getting ready to go back. Whether consciously or unconsciously, with words or deeds written or spoken. Something is about to change in their lives. That will include you. They were not prepared for that. They believed that the chapter was over. However, I was in possession of the pen. I continued to write. The narrative then resumes. This time in a position of purpose, rather than suffering. You were not prepared for the affection. You didn't overstate the significance. You really saw something, and it's coming back to cure you, not to haunt you. This is how I do it, not how you do it. Yes, my approach is slower, but it's more accurate. Peace is a part of it. Truth is a part of it. It has weight. Yet it won't break you. Prepare yourself. The alignment is close one day very soon. You will awaken and sense it before it comes. You'll notice the change. Then everything will shift all of a sudden. Never again will June 22nd be merely a date. It will serve as your altar on your behalf. Heaven will stand still on that day. Angels moved on that day. The day faith confronted you directly. Type for 144 if you know God is guiding your steps. Your love and support mean everything to us. As we continue sharing God's message of hope, faith, and blessings, if this message has touched your heart, we humbly invite you to show your gratitude by giving at least one $11 super thanks or your choice each month. whoever can give super thanks. Please give as much as possible, and whoever cannot, please try to read this message completely. Your generosity helps us create more uplifting content that inspires souls and brings people closer to God. By clicking the Super Thanks button below, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a part of this divine mission to spread God's love to those who need it most. Thank you for your kindness. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and may God's grace always be with you. And you won't miss it this time they made fun of you. Now, however, is your honorable time. Something greater than apologies is now silencing the words uttered against you, the miscommunications, the harsh presumptions, the individuals who made you feel invisible. The legal system is silenced. Sing them divine fairness, the sort that restores what you lost, not the kind that seeks retribution, the kind that gives back what was postponed, the type of closure that comes from beauty rather than resentment, because the message from heaven bears that decree, and what was intended for harm is now being transformed into glory. This message is written with light rather than ink. It is bonded by spirit rather than envelopes. It is heavy, the type that gets into your marrow, as well as your mailbox. What seemed trapped is rearranged. Once it reaches the atmosphere, it's the eagerly anticipated response to prayers you almost forgot you spoke. Heaven, however, never forgot. The file was never lost by God. The angels were always getting ready for this. The message was released on June 22nd, not the day it was written. There was stillness when the shift started, with a breath, not with thunder, the breath of the angel who waited for the signal from heaven. While standing still next to your house, Michael has been given the power of breakthrough, not just to convey the message, but also to protect it. For years this message has been attacked. The battle raged most fiercely when you felt like giving up, and when your faith seemed to be evaporating into nothingness. As the adversary was aware that the letter was authentic, he was aware that what was about to happen would release you. He thus created uncertainty, created diversions, stoked feelings of loneliness, and suggested that maybe you were just forgotten. However, you weren't. They were fighting over you. Heaven prevailed. Michael now triumphs, not in combat, but in the silence that follows a conflict. He holds the scroll in his palm and stares over the miracle's last drop with his wings spread wide. And it's going to happen to you, God's chosen one. It might arrive in the form of a physical message, a phone call you never anticipated, an unexpected email, a note placed inside an ordinary object, or a dream so vivid it will wake you up peacefully. or it could come symbolically through a shift in tone, a reunion that only heaven could have planned, or a transformation in someone's heart. Type 555 if you are ready to receive God's healing. Today, however, the message is accurate, regardless of the form you are remembered. It reads, "You have been selected, you are cherished. Something has changed in the present. Your spirit has been freed from heavenly pressure, the burden that made it difficult to hope without flinching, and to smile without fainting has been removed. You are no longer constrained by anything. The opposition has been overcome. The things that were bound in spiritual knots have now been released. Heaven has said so. The miracle is more than a sensation. It's true, and there's evidence for it. You'll be able to spot it when it occurs, when the breeze moves, or the environment alters with unseen warmth. Something will stir within of you. You'll stop, you'll take a breath. You'll recognize that this was it. This was the time. You will recall these remarks as confirmation, rather than a coincidence. You couldn't have predicted how you felt. God was involved in everything. The trembling, the stirring, the unseen desire. What had been number gets roused by this tone. Your belief, your want, your happiness, it's all rising, anew with roots this time. Not the transient sort, not short term, not based on circumstantial evidence. This is the prize for the hidden spots, the covert locations where you knelt, the tears you shed and the tears you brushed away, and the years you inspired others, when your own miracle looked to be lacking. Heaven noticed, now heaven answers. We have reached the person who left you perplexed, who broke up without saying anything, who vanished without telling you, who fled their emotions, because fear was louder than love. I dreamed for them, I revealed your face to them. They can no longer pretend. Since I roused the numb aspects of their soul, I'm rehabilitating them, not playing tricks on them. Repentance is now blossoming in them, after they have been in process. Additionally, the letter they previously buried in their dread is coming to the surface. I read it out loud in the spirit of I'm sorry. Even though they penned it in quiet, you weren't worthy of the quiet. Every day you have been on my mind. Don't shut the door, please. You are the one God told me. If you believe in the power of God's love, type Amen and share this video. These are royally words, they bear the burden of truth, transformation, and humility. And you will know they are genuine when they get to you. Whether they are spoken aloud or sensed during the shift, they aren't manipulation, they don't constitute pressure. They are liberation for you, not just for them, because you deserve to be released too. You are deserving of no more wondering. You don't deserve to have to go over every exchange. again and wonder what went wrong. The whole image, the truth and the clarity are things you deserve to see. And it's approaching. Now everything is starting to fit together. It's rewriting something you believed was over, but not for pain, but for a reason. And the fulfillment is still theirs, even if it doesn't come from the person you anticipated, because they were never the focus of the miracle. It had to do with what God had promised you. Now is your moment. June 22nd is a spiritual anniversary, as well as a delivery day. Heaven reopened a case with your name. I'm on it on this day. A new word has been added to the file, labeled Delay Release. The note has departed heaven's grasp it. It's falling at your feet now. But pay attention to me. Don't let resentment stop you. Don't allow fatigue to stop you. You need to be open, not naive, but anticipatory, because the miracle won't come as you had hoped. It is sacred because of this. It penetrates in ways that are impossible for rationality to follow. It never misses your heart, but it avoids your timetable. God-timed miracles are beautiful. Because of this, in the place you believe to be permanently closed, it surprises you. You won't have to attempt to smile. You won't know why you'll feel at ease. You'll know then that I received the message. It was a genuine promise. And heaven wants you to know this. You've shown patience, here's your prize. Silently you wept, your testimony is now due. You were by yourself, and now for your business. They made fun of you, it's your honor now. You were forgotten, this is your moment. You were overextended, it's your stability now. You were depleted, here's your overflow. Now comes the manifest, since you were the one who persisted in believing, even when there was nothing left to cling to. Type 666. If you are ready to walk in God's light. This resurgence is not a haphazard one. It is a restoration of the individual, one that was so precise, so well tailored, so meticulous that only God could be praised. It had to take time because of this. For a while, the quiet had to be more powerful than words. Because of this, because there won't be any question when this happens. Without a doubt, there's no need to persuade anybody. We'll see, people will notice it. It will also belong to you. The exam is over for you. They are trusting you. You have emerged polished after surviving the fire. You worshipped in the waiting room, not cursed it, and I'm giving you a new key for it. You forgot you had a key to the doors, a secret to promises that were simply postponed, never rejected. Allow this word to become ingrained in your soul. Take your time. Allow it to encircle your fatigue like a bandage. Allow it to serve as a reminder to your spirit that it was never forgotten. Let it rekindle the silent delight. It's the sort that sings before dawn, the sort that starts praising without proof, because your soul knows in your heart what your eyes haven't yet noticed. The miracle has arrived. The message has reached its destination, and the quiet has ended now that you've entered a window. Heaven is so close that you can feel it in your skin, your chest, and the silence all around you. The earth is alive with divine energy and no longer remains motionless under your feet. You were never punished for the strain you've been under recently. The weight was sacrosanct weight that pressed miracles out of quiet, promises out of waiting, and promises out of delay. Every closed door that you didn't understand, every no that you took personally, everybody who left, and every chance that disappeared into the mist were all part of a plan to cleanse you, not to deny you, not to destroy you, but to bring back the version of you that could hold the key to the future. That hour is now. Heaven is booming now instead of whispering, but only those who are in touch with their soul will be able to hear it. The sound you've been waiting for won't be used by the miracle vine for your attention. It won't have the telltale symptoms you thought it would. The voices you were hoping for won't provide it. It will manifest as a casual remark, a change of posture, an abrupt change of plans, or an email that seems normal, but causes you to feel uneasy. Just because it doesn't seem like a miracle doesn't mean you should miss it. God-sized surprises don't proclaim themselves. Instead, they show themselves to those who are ready. Type 777 if you are ready to walk in God's light. Thus open the eyeballs behind your eyes now. Let your soul do the viewing. Let judgment take precedence over reasoning. The message that has been written for you is hidden. In a moment, a word or a little disruption of your daily routine. It does not include actual ink. It will be obvious to you when it occurs. Your soul will soar inside you, like a recognition that is deeper than mind and older than memory. Your response will be, "That's it. You'll be right, that's what I've been waiting for." Your patience has not been in vain. I could see the stress in your grin. I watched as you gave blessings to others, I'll see, secretly wondering when it would be your time. I saw how you rejoiced over the advancements of others, while yours was delayed, even if it would have been easy to go. I witnessed how you remained, how horrible the quiet seemed, but how you believe. I'm here to tell you, child, it was never cruelty. It was building in you. I was creating something indestructible. I was creating you in such a way that you could bear this marvel without letting it go through uncertainty, fear, or pride. The blessing may now land, since the foundation is complete. This is no longer a trial. It's a release. It is not hypothetical what is going to happen to you. It's useful, visible, concrete. It will change your surroundings. Your money will be impacted. It will verify who you are. There will be more to it than a feel better moment. It will appear as a see better situation. You will see, feel, and grasp it, and it will seem both unexpected and very familiar when it occurs, because your soul had always known it was coming. But you have to continue to obey. I move in weird ways that you must not oppose. When I encourage you to talk, to move, to answer, to humble yourself, you must not hesitate to say yes, because even if they are predetermined, miracles are also brittle when they happen. They need respect, not dominance, not formality, but flexibility. Your availability, not your flawlessness, is what I seek. You will collaborate with me in this way. Someone is coming into your life, and no, they may not show up with haloed insight or bright indicators. They do, however, have keys to open doors you were unaware were closed. Conversation starters that will change the course of your next season. Secrets to recovery you were unaware you needed. I am sending them You're not arriving on their own. And I want you to pay attention how they talk, with your soul as well as your ears. They may not even be aware of their significance to your next chapter, but I am. Respect their coming then, have faith in the present and let it to develop naturally. If you believe God is always with you, type Amen and forward this video to 7 others. Indeed, there will be some who don't comprehend. Some may ask how your life changed so quickly, how you went from being last to being raised, from being heard to being recognized. Some people may attempt to minimize the grace by blaming it on chance, because the light reveals the darkness. They have chosen to stay in. Some will be angry with the light shining on you, but don't spend time defending yourself to protect what I freely gave you. You don't have to battle. Let your fruit do the talking. Declare it with your serenity. Allow your happiness to speak louder than your detractors ever could. This is a warning wrapped in kindness. KID, not merely a message of encouragement. Don't put off obeying. This is a unique chance. It's a delicate moment. Now is not the time to treat the holy casually. Saying maybe later when someone knocks on your door is not appropriate at this moment. I can't wait forever with what I'm doing now, and you will later feel the weight of regret if you pull your heart away and become resentful, not because I am harsh, but because you disregarded the open door that I pleaded you to enter. However, I am familiar with you. You are now conscious, you are on guard. The sleep has been disrupted. There is no longer any fog. You are entering the day that heaven scripted for you. Ages ago, a day that creation moaned for, that devils dreaded, and that angels practiced. And I tell you to watch. Keep an eye on your email. Keep an eye on your doorway. Keep an eye on your phone with respectful expectancy, not with worrying, because preparations are already being made for divine communication. You are being remembered by someone you forgot. I am encouraging someone you thought didn't care to get in touch. Their hearts have been moved by me. Your name has been spoken into their mind by me. They feel the weight of your absence because of me. Furthermore, it won't be manipulation when they talk, seek out, or want another opportunity. It will be enlightening. They'll use language that breaks chains, words they were previously unable to pronounce due to improper timing. However, it is now, and you'll be surprised at how quickly things change when they arrive and you open the door I want you to open. You will get the money that was owing to you. You will find the love you hoped for. You will hear the apologies you never expected. It will release the blessing that was bound up in spiritual red tape. And there won't be another delay. If you feel God's peace, type 888 and share this video with others. But keep this in mind, child, humbleness is key. Don't brag when the wonderful news comes. The breakthrough is obvious and the miracle is evident. Remember me. Don't allow ego to rob what respect has created. Keep your head down, remain thankful. Allow adoration to protect your triumph. You safeguard what I offer you in this way. You make it last that way. You are now in a favorable situation that is unlike anything you have ever been in. The following 7 days will be a fast-paced week. It will bring dreams back to life. My spirit's voice will become clearer to you. You will get reminders to act quickly. Don't ignore them. Now's not the moment to be reluctant or inactive. Heaven is approaching. I'm not simply giving you back what you lost in this hour, what you nearly gave up on. I'm multiplying, I am rewarding loyalty. Long-standing prayers are being answered by me. I am bringing individuals who were previously allocated to you, and the alignment will be so exact that you will cry, not out of despair, but out of genuine delight. That is like rain after drought. You've had enough waiting. You've had enough. Everything around you cried out for you to release go. Yet you persisted. And now you are overcome with the gift. You were loyal not because you were flawless. Since you remained, because you had faith when you didn't have it, because in the dark you trusted me. And I don't disregard trust in that way. Fire is my prize, the last hour of the delay is now. The heavenly revelation is just getting started. So be open, let your heart open. Your hands should be open. You are the miracle that heaven is unveiling. not merely a wonder that you are walking into. And the quiet is gone, my darling kid. You've received a lot of messages you were inspired by. Some you had doubts about some. Some disappeared as soon as you stopped scrolling. However, this one's here to stay because my aim, not inspiration, was the source of this one. Before you ever breathed your first breath, I etched this moment into your timeline. No amount of forced treachery, delay, or error could undo what I etched into your very being. You've arrived at this point, the moment when everything shifts. Yes, everything of it. There's no reason to question. If this was for someone else, you don't have to worry about getting overlooked. Once again, you don't need to convince yourself that this is true. I'm being straightforward to you. Not your next door neighbor. You're not the self you wish you were. You've been waiting for a while. I understand how your grin overcame your suffering, how you laughed in private spaces where no one could see your pain, how you supported others while you were famished for your own little miracle. I saw it even if you didn't. Each time you choose to bite your tongue rather than voice your displeasure, when you didn't have enough for yourself, you always donated. Every time something didn't make sense in public, you trusted me in private. I noticed you and I shared your tears. However, I didn't abandon you there. Even while you were silent, I was going with you. The prayers you neglected to say have been carried by me wholly, precious and accounted for. I have collected your tears in a vial rather than a file. Not a single one has been overlooked. The skies have changed since then, and with all authority I say to you, type 999 if you are ready for God's favor in your life. I respond at this hour. This time you won't have to pursue it. You won't need to struggle to keep it. You won't have to plead with me to convince someone of your value. The season is over, the chapter is now closed. The splendor is about to begin. The repair, the readjustment, the solution that satisfies your dry spots like water. The happiness that comes as a person, not as an idea. The healing process that not only heals the wound, but also removes the scar. Yes, youngster, it's different this time, because it will remain this time. Now what I'm offering you is durable. The blessing is not subject to mood swings. You won't be silently abandoned by the love I am giving. I'm repairing a relationship that won't reopen. Past hurts, I've cleaned it. They are polished by me. This is what I prepared, and only I could do it. And since I'm taking the burden this time, it will seem natural, not because you didn't make any sacrifices. Let me state this clearly. You won't be forgotten this time. You won't be skipped this time. The door will open this time, and no man will close it. They'll see you through my eyes this time. This time the chance won't be lost in silence and bureaucratic red tape. This time you won't have to shrink to fit in. The room will create place for you, because I'm entering with you. And the mood shifts as soon as I enter. Your time of struggling is over. You are entering what I refer to as the grace window, when compliance rather than hurry is the key to acceleration, where doors open because I talked, not because you pushed, where my spirit works in quiet to transform hearts, rather than through disputes. I was preserving everything, and that's when you realize you didn't miss anything. I was keeping it for the time being. Yes, you will now experience the wind once again. Heaven's breath behind you, the silence that results from your soul's dying breath. The peace that can be achieved without coercion. You'll awaken in a new way. You'll view things differently. You will begin to rise upward and cease reaching backward. You also realize that you were reserved and never delayed for a holy period. I set you aside, you're not in the rear. You're not running late, you're on time. And here in this holy now. At this hour everything is coming together to meet you. Archangel Michael has watched for your heart, as well as your vow. He has protected you from misleading voices, funny alignments, and hasty relationships. And you are getting something tangible as a result of that protection. Something from heaven, something that no man can falsify, control, or undermine. Therefore, don't be shy in praising. Praise me now, because the door is already swinging wide. Not when it opens. Give me credit for your choices as well as your voice. You give up your tenderness. Don't be resentful of the wait. Don't let pride get in the way of the miracle. Remain modest, remain thankful. Remain near if you feel blessed. Type 11 and share this video to spread God's love. Because your testimony doesn't stop here. It's the start of the phase when happiness becomes your norm rather than an occasional guest, where breakthrough is no longer an uncommon occurrence, but rather a rhythm, where you begin to live as someone who knows, I am chosen, and stop apologizing for the all on your life. I'm protected. I'm living the day that heaven has written for me. So raise your head. The message has reached its destination. The quiet is disrupted even now. The promise is moving in your direction. And as your Lord and God, I watch you. Open what I have been waiting so long to give you. You own it, accept it. Treasure it, and don't forget it will remain. This time, please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.